News from Vinegar Syndrome, part of their VSU range, is Southern Comfort. Right, Walter Hill. Now, I love this movie. I've seen it multiple times. I think it's a terrific thriller, and it's a really kind of simple plotline. We have a group of National Guards who are running some exercises in the Louisiana swamps. A group of these people make some poor choices, anger some people who live there, and end up in a situation where they really don't want to be.
Hit it! Take cover! Shot him! They shot him! Get out! Spencer, over here! Over this way!
It's a great metaphor for the Vietnam War. I think it's one of the best there, and although it's not overtly in your face, you can see what it is. These brash kind of guys go into some kind of land that they're not prepared for, they're under-equipped for, even though they outnumber the people there, they're not prepared for the situation, and the slowly infighting, arguing, tears them apart, while the people who, the enemy, so to speak, just are picking them off quite easily.
Christ. They dug them up. They dug them all up.
Southern Comfort is great. It's based on all these dark green and brown colours. It feels twisted. You've got all these larger than life characters that really come to the forefront, and they are just both frustrating, annoying. You kind of hope some of them are going to survive. Some of them are kind of smart with their choices, and it's all down to one brash idiot that causes this turmoil for everyone else.
Stucky! Asshole!
As you see these guys start off, you can kind of tell they're a unit. They like most of everything they do. They get a new guy brought in. Powers Booth is the sort of new person. Harden, who comes in here. Keith Carradine as Spencer, kind of takes the lead in this one. And they just kind of go about their mission. They make some wrong turns, get some wrong decisions, and they decide to steal some boats. You know, in their eyes, borrow them. Take them to get across the swamp to make things a little bit easier for them. Unfortunately, the people who they steal the boats off of are just guys that are just going about their lives. You know, they live in the swamps, they work there, they take what they need from the land. These people have just turned up, stole some of their things, and situation arises, someone ends up dead, and everyone ends up on the run, can't believing the situation that they've wandered into. You see the characters, you see some of the characters come to the leader point of view. You see characters who just want to run away and hide, people who don't want to deal with the situation, people who become brash, and people who mentally break down in this situation. It kind of covers everybody and brings this wonderful potboiler to the forefront. Southern Comfort for me is one of those movies where you're always worried for the characters. You know, there's a couple you like and there's some that you just really don't like, and then you just kind of see these people being picked off one by one in a situation that they've caused themselves, and because of the locales that they have, there's all these kind of haunting stillness about it. There are always these foggy scenes, there's trees in the background, there's moments where you're thinking, did I see something there, did I not? And it becomes a kind of thriller, very different from Deliverance, although it's always lumped in with that kind of movie, but something that's definitely its own movie. It's got a great thematic, and it really delivers on those thrills.
I'm not going to kill y'all if I don't got to.
I love Keith Carradine and Powers Booth together. I think they make a great pairing as the kind of spear of this movie, the ones that are kind of driving everything forward, and they get one of the most tense sequences I think I've ever seen. You know, once they get out of the swamp, they found a little bit of safety later on in amongst a group of people who are having a party, who are lining up some things, and they just start to put two and two together and get five. This idea of everybody just being a community, they're the outsiders, and that really exponentially pushes the tension in the atmosphere much more forward. Southern Comfort is expertly directed. The performances are great. The actors they chose are terrific. The environment that they're in is just wonderful. I particularly love Brian James as one of the kind of guys that live in the swamp. one arm, doesn't say much, but kind of assesses all the situation. You can just tell he knows a lot more than he lets on. But that's like one person within a cast of fantastic performances, all delivering great work. But it's Walter Hill who really knows how to just cut the fat out of his stories and makes everything super exciting, atmospheric, thrilling, haunting. Southern Comfort, I can't rave about it highly enough. I think it's one of Walter Hill's best films and something that you should definitely not sleep on. If you're thinking about picking this up, the 4K is tremendous and well worth getting. I'd love to know your thoughts on Southern Comfort, so let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, fall somewhere in the middle on this one. I hope you love it as much as I do. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.